Hello everybody, welcome back to Mass Obscurity. My name is Chewie, and I'm going to start doing something a little bit different here. I'm going to start doing some mobile game reviews. I know that mobile games are seen as like the scourge of the gaming industry, but I want to do some for free and show you what kind of value you can get from some of these games without having to pay for them. So today we're going to take a look at Marvel Strike Force, and we're going to start with looking at the ad that you can find in the Google Play Store. All right, so it's looking pretty cool right now. Looks good, looks entertaining, looks like fun. So let's see what the actual game looks like. So the first thing that happens when you log in is you get interrupted with this ad to buy some orb components. You just click off of that, and then you can collect your daily sign-in bonuses. Those are different depending on everything. And then you've got this almost confusing menu right here. When you start out at lower levels, you only have like 2 or 3 of these things unlocked. So I'm going to start with my daily orb pieces. And this is how you can get some components to level up your characters. This is how you can get some character shards to either create characters. And there's another ad. You can create characters with shards, or you can star rank up the characters that you have. After I do that, I usually go to challenges to see what's available. It rotates on a daily basis, and then I just usually auto win a couple of these so I can get some components to level my characters. You can fight these manually as well, but the character growth in this game is actually pretty slow. So my characters are basically maxed out at like rank 5 or 6 on those right now. If I try and go up to the rank 6, I just get my ass kicked. Then I come into the arena. You have to complete 2 arenas per day to unlock the daily for it, which is your team of heroes fights against an enemy team of heroes. You get a couple of bonuses for that, a couple of little currency types. This game has a different type of currency for each section of the game. It's kind of weird. And you can do different things with different currencies. You can get character shards with them. You can get material components to equip characters with gear or to level characters up. And that's about it. And it takes several hundred for each one. And you can only get a couple at a time, depending on which section of the game you're doing. So the animation looks pretty good. You got your team on the left, the enemy team on the right, and your characters act in speed order. Every character has 3 abilities and a passive. Their middle ability is like their special ability, and then their far right ability is their ultimate ability. Like Ant-Man here grows big and stomps, so he hurts everybody and slows them. You've got basically characters that are tanks. You've got ranged damage dealers. You've got physical damage dealers. You've got characters that can do a lot of area damage, like the Punisher there. Yeah, there's a kind of a lot to the combat here. It changes depending on what characters you have in your team, which is kind of nice. I'm going to speed up the animations here. Once you speed up the animations, it locks it into this further away viewpoint also. Let's see. You can choose which character to attack by tapping on them, and then you tap your ability to attack. If a character taunts, that's the only character that can be hit. You can't choose somebody else. They have various status effects where you can block abilities, you can do different things. If you want to read what an ability does, you can hold down on the ability and it'll give you a readout of what it does. You can do the same thing with the passive abilities. So, and then once you win the fight, that's it. You can also auto battle. It pretty much just blows your abilities as soon as they're off cooldown. It doesn't really attack smartly, but it can be used if you're far enough in power above what you're fighting against. So now that I've done a couple of those, I'm going to check my mailbox, read messages. This is how you collect some of your rewards for some of the days that you missed logging in, or special promotion bonuses. This is also how you get your arena rank bonuses. So you get 200 arena credits each time you do an arena battle. And then you can go to supplies to spend those. There's another ad. You go to supplies, arena. Up in the upper right hand corner, you've got the arena credits, so you can see who you can buy with those. I'm going to buy some Deadpool and Scarlet Witch shards, and we're good to go. I don't have enough to create either of those characters yet, and I haven't unlocked them yet. And I've been at this for a little while. You check your daily objectives. You can claim these. Get a little bit of a bonus for going up, my account rank going up. You claim these. These give you experience. They give you stamina. They give you energy for doing other things. The achievements give you stuff. Oh, got a promotion for Luke Cage. Nice. That'll be welcome. So now he's stronger. Bring some of his abilities up to level 3 here. These use different component types, and then you can train him using these shield training manuals. You can train your characters up to the level that your account is. So, I'm not sure what this is. New kind of orb. Go ahead and collect a bunch of these. Oh, I'm going to promote Bullseye and Ronan the Accuser. So you get heroes and villains in this game. They all do different stuff. They're all interesting and have different abilities. They have different traits, whether they're protectors, whether they're blasters, whether they're controllers. Controllers basically deal in status effects mostly, slowing people down or redirecting things. These milestones you can unlock by doing certain things, like spending gold, fighting in battles, spending campaign energy. Blitz is another thing. It's kind of another player versus player thing against kind of a ranked ladder of enemies. So they tend to give you tips on your loading screens also on how to play the game. I think for this one I'm just going to show auto battle. So you just hit the auto battle and your characters just kind of act. Like I said, if they have abilities available, they'll use the abilities. And each turn you build up energy for your powers, your abilities, and then your ultimate powers. So sometimes you have them available, sometimes you don't. And some characters start out with a lot of energy and some powers available. Other characters don't. They all have different energy costs for their powers. And then the battle's over. The animations and things in this game are really good. The character selection is pretty good. There's a lot of characters. But you can't just choose the characters. Again, you have to buy the shards, you have to unlock them through these orbs, through different gameplay areas. And when you first start out, so much of the game is locked off. It takes a long time to get going. It takes a long time to start getting these things because the difficulty level ramps up very quickly and your character power is capped pretty early on. So you don't have a whole lot of earning potential right at the beginning. So that's pretty much all of the areas of the game that I've unlocked. There's also the campaigns, which have a fairly good story. It's a multiverse story where Ultimus has conquered most other realms. Our Earth, where most of these heroes come from, is considered a hub world that is somehow connected to all these other alternate dimensions. So that's how our heroes are important to the story. You get shield characters, you can recruit just all kinds of different characters here. And the way you level them up, they have their levels and then they have their gear levels. Show you how to level up Bullseye here. I want him to be level 45, so I'll go to level 45. It takes up some of these shield dossiers and then some gold. You apply it, and his level goes up. His overall power increases. The other way you can increase your character's power is by attaching gear to them. And this guy, I'll use this guy as an example. And then the way I do it is, now that I've gotten far enough in the campaigns, I'll just go to find this gear. And there's the Heroes Assemble campaign and then the Villains United campaign. And I'll just auto win these for these rewards so I can level my characters up. You also get dailies for having completed a certain number of the campaigns. And doing this actually counts for those campaigns. So here, if I've done Villains United twice, if I do Heroes Assemble, and if I do Auto 10, that counts as winning that 10 times. So once I can craft this and equip it to the guy, I can go back to my main, go to my daily objectives, and it'll give me my daily for doing my Heroes campaign and my Villains campaign. Let's see, I got one more arena battle and one more blitz that I can do. And then supply is restocked. So you go to that, and it's just allows you to buy stuff for it. You just go down here and buy the cheapest ones for gold, and you get that. So if you like Marvel superheroes, this game's really not that bad. Like I said, it is slow going in the beginning. It's not overly aggressive with its advertisements for selling you stuff. So it's really not that bad. It's actually an interesting game. It's not going to take up all day, because once you're done with these things, once you run out of energy and you're done, you're done. You got to wait for your energy to refill. So you can play this like an hour a day and pretty much max yourself out for free. If you wanted to pay more, it would definitely advance your experience, but I wouldn't recommend paying for it. I don't think it's worth paying for. But I would say that it's probably a good 4-star game. So given that it's slow going, but it is Marvel superheroes, if you like that kind of thing, if you don't want to pay for something, you can still get a quality experience out of this game. So I give Marvel Strike Force 4 stars out of 5. Thank you, and we will see you guys next time.